If you can say these names while you have a body, you're safe. If you forget them the moment you leave it, you belong to them. The Gnostics didn't leave us prayers. Instead, they left us passwords. These are the ancient phonetic triggers used to force the 365 gatekeepers to step aside. Oh yeah, and if you're interested in learning more about Gnosticism and other mystery traditions like Kabbalah, Hermeticism, and Rosicrucianism, make sure to click the link in my bio because the doors to the inner sanctum are opening for a limited time very soon. So if you're interested, click the link. Now that you're ready, let's start with where these passwords come from. For starters, these names weren't invented, they were recovered. The Nag Hammadi Library, a collection of Gnostic texts buried in Egypt in the 4th century, hidden from the church's destruction campaigns, contains detailed maps of the archonic realm, complete with the specific names, seals, and mystery words required to pass each gate. The most detailed of these manuals is called the Pistis Sophia, so specific about the mechanics of soul ascension that early church authorities classified it as among the most dangerous documents in existence. It doesn't describe the afterlife poetically, it describes it architecturally, gate by gate and name by name. And speaking of names, what are they? Well, the Gnostic texts name the primary archons explicitly. These are not symbolic placeholders, they are the specific identities of the gatekeepers that the ascending soul will encounter. Now, the first and most powerful is Yaldabaoth. He's the lion-faced serpent, the one who rules the material world and declared himself the only god. His name must be spoken not as worship, but as identification. You're not calling to him, you are naming him. And in naming him, you strip him of his authority over you. Now, above him sit his 7 subordinate archons, each governing a planetary sphere. Their names, as recorded in the Apocryphon of John, are Athoth, Harmas, Kalilia Ombri, Yabel, Adonaiu, Cain, and Abel, each one corresponding to a classical planet and each one demanding recognition before allowing passage. But those names are just scratching the surface. The Gospel of the Egyptians, one of the most sacred and least discussed of the Nag Hammadi texts, takes the password system even further. It preserves what it calls the holy incorruptible names delivered not by human teachers but transmitted directly from the divine realm above all 365 heavens. These names function as what the text calls living waters, vibrational frequencies so precisely calibrated to the structure of the archonic realm that speaking them correctly causes the entire system to recognize the soul as something that does not belong to it. The text explicitly states that these names were hidden inside creation itself at the very moment of its construction, embedded by the true divine as an escape route that the demiurge didn't know was there. Now, among the most significant preserved in the text is Isias Mazarias Ezedekias, or the name of the living water itself, a triple-layered divine title associated with the light realm above all archons. It appears not once but repeatedly throughout the text as a kind of master frequency, a name so complete that it encodes the entire path of return. But wait, there's more. This is where it gets almost uncomfortably specific. The Gnostic texts, particularly the Bruce Codex and the books of Jehu, preserve sequences of pure vowel sounds used as vibrational passwords at specific archonic gates, not words with meaning, pure